Section starts with roles and responsibilities and segregation of duties, which is pretty obvious how that fits. But then it jumps into maintaining contact with authorities, which I would think would be a task under business continuity, and next, contact with special groups, then project management requirements to round it off. Next, and this is where I don't fully get the layout, the standard dives into mobile and teleworking. So let's walk through this section a little and try to understand what actions are needed to be taken. This section gives us two very different documents to discuss, Doc A 6.1 on organization and Doc A 6.2 on mobile devices. The heart of organizing this security framework is setting the roles your leadership and teams will play in helping it to succeed. Responsibilities are driven by the information security policy previously discussed and identifies who is responsible for protection of assets and carrying out specific information security processes, particularly the acceptance of risk. At a 5,000-foot view, the breakdown of individuals with allocated information security responsibilities will look something like this. As we discuss this, some important things to remember are: state the title, not the name. State the areas of responsibilities. Maybe identify assets and processes they are in charge of, and the authorization levels. The areas of the business you will want to focus on are the board and C-suite officers, namely the president, potentially your CTO, depending on the responsibilities they carry, and the information security manager, whatever title that carries with it. Because 27001 is a top-down approach, it is important that all vice presidents and directors are called out, then the managers, and finally the general staff and contractors. Now, some potential folks to call out specifically are the auditors handling the internal audits, a requirement of the standard, and your IT staff, who mostly manage the integral equipment processing the information you are trying to protect. The standard specifically calls managers to actively support the security function within the business and enforce policies. This should start with a project to implement the ISO standard. Get your leadership involved early, repeat the requirement to commitment, keep them informed, and closely work with the folks who have shown an interest in this endeavor. Really use them to deliver the message, so folks are hearing the message from different angles to help it resonate.